Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at July 2023 individual forecast for each life path number. Before we get into that, though, I do want to announce that I have a new service available on my website. It's called the Diamond Forecast. And just to kind of give you a quick overview of what this is, I'm actually very excited to be able to offer this. The diamond is considered to be one of the most powerful and beneficial tools in numerology, and it's the absolute perfect companion to the year ahead forecast, which I know many of you are very familiar with. So the diamond forecast takes a deep dive into the very specific numerology transits that you're meant to be moving through at any given age. So unless instructed otherwise at the time of booking, then I would be looking specifically at your current age through the course of a year, birthday to birthday. Now, this report breaks down basically your cosmic challenge or divine quest, guiding you on your higher spiritual path throughout that year. So we'll look at, again, the cosmic challenge, the root or the predominant catalyst that will likely create a particular chain of events or create some kind of cause and effect within that year. We also look at the action key, which is how you're meant to respond to and work with that energy for the best results. And then finally, we would look at the higher and the lower vibrational potential outcome or probable results of that year-long quest. Okay, so just to kind of give you an idea, I ran my own report for my current age, and as usual, it is fascinating how incredibly accurate and on point it has been so far. So you can find an example of that report, page for page, on my website under the Diamond Forecast. And you can purchase it there if you choose to. Again, I highly recommend this report. And I also, of course, recommend the personal year ahead forecast and getting them together for the most in-depth insight. You can also purchase both if that's something you want to do at a discounted rate. And again, you can find that on my website. The link is in the description box below. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at each individual life path for July 2023. Hello, my fellow fours. I hope you are all doing wonderful. I hope July ends up to be a truly wonderful month for you all, for me as well. Okay, so I pulled an animal wisdom message for us, and we got bee energy, and I love this. This is kind of like Wheel of Fortune energy in tarot. And so really it brings forth this energy of luck, of life cycles, of things kind of being cyclical, but like rewards coming in after the effort put forth. It can also bring forth sort of like major karmic events. So like tying out those karmic events and new events coming in. And now remember, karma gets a bad rap, but karma can simply mean like we have these soul contracts with people, right? And so people enter to fulfill those contracts, and those experiences create the dynamics of the experience that we're moving through, right? Or that we're meant to move through. And sometimes it's to pay off a karmic debt. Sometimes it's just simply for us to get the growth out of that experience with that person. And so it's very possible that this could be a month where you meet someone very significant, whether it's for work or pleasure, a friend or something like that, or a business partner. A business partner for sure could come in, especially with it being like that sort of like Wheel of Fortune type of energy. This could be a great month for like a windfall, seeing some kind of money come through that maybe you had worked for or that you were waiting on. It's not always likely that fours see big windfalls when it comes to like playing the lottery or something like that, because fours typically have to work for everything that we get. The rewards can be great, but we usually have to put in that effort. That's just part of the journey. But this could be a month where that kind of gets turned on upside down onto its head, and you might see some kind of big windfall. Not to promote gambling, I'm just saying it's potential, right? Or you could see inheritance come in this month or something along those lines. Basically, with bee energy coming through, because you think of the bee, they're, for the most part, little worker bees, right? They go out and they gather the honey, the pollen, or they gather the pollen. They create the honey. Anyway, they get the pollen and they take it back to their hive, and they work their magic, right? And so, but they work for the rewards, right? They work for that honey and they see the rewards, and to repopulate and to pollinate the flowers, to have growth on the planet for humans and other living things. So, there's just this big energy when it comes to bee energy. And so anytime bee comes in, it's like just this sort of energy of things are kind of going our way. Things are working. Things are moving in a very beautiful way. And so it's very possible that if there's something that you've been struggling with, you could see the tables turn this month. You could see the tide turn this month. Now, the reason why I also think that that's significant, or think that that's very likely, is because we are also working with the energy of the 9 in July. So again, this is cycles closing out. So it could be karmic cycles closing out, or projects closing out, things that we've been working on and we're bringing to completion and releasing and creating space for something new to come in. Whether it's, again, people or experiences, money, whatever. With a 9 cycle, it's also a time for receiving. So you've already done the work, you've created the web, and now you're attracting whatever is meant for you from that work that you've put forth. So it's very likely this month that you could see big rewards come in for your work, right? As well as with 9 energy, you could see inheritance come through, or again, windfalls of some sort, or just feeling like a big stroke of luck is come through to assist in some way. Very, very possible. 9 energy is a very spiritually connected energy. And so a lot of times when we have a 9 cycle, especially for a period of time, like a month, we can see like the universe at play, or something bigger at play, whatever you subscribe to, right? Where it's bigger than us and we can't exactly explain it, but it's like divine intervention. And it doesn't always have to be like catastrophic divine intervention where it's like uprooting our life, but divine intervention in a way where things just seem to magically occur or magically show up, or we just get the wins, right? And sometimes with 4s, that can take a long time, and it can feel like it's few and far between, and like we have to work really hard to get that. So when it does come in, it's just extra sweet, right? So this month, it's very possible to see that, right? To see those rewards come in, those windfalls, those opportunities come in that might feel bigger than us, larger than life. And it'd be easy to fall into the mindset of, I'm not ready for this, I'm not worthy, et cetera, et cetera. But, when it comes to self-doubt, we're meant to prove ourselves wrong. And so if an opportunity comes in for you that seems bigger than you or larger than life, or like just the biggest blessing, welcome it with open arms. Just let it come in, and, you're a 4. You'll figure out what to do with it, and you'll make it gold. So just like the bee, right? You'll turn that pollen into honey, no doubt about it. So this is incredibly beautiful energy. This would definitely be a month for not necessarily starting new things, but letting the things come to you, planning, deciding what you want to do with whatever it is that presents itself to you this month. Not putting a lot of pressure on yourself or on whatever it is to be successful, to, look exactly how you want it to look, but allow it to come in for you and explore it, plan, put your ideas out there, and just explore it. This isn't necessarily, like I said, unless you feel absolutely called to, this isn't necessarily a month to take big risks and start something big and new, right? That would be coming next month for us. This is a month to just play and see what the universe wants to show you, what it wants to present to you, and what it wants to give you. And so it's kind of like saying to the universe, all right, show me the best that you've got for me. Send it in. And this is the month where that can happen. So, and you deserve every bit of it. So Anyway, I hope this is a beautiful month for you all. It can also be about closing things out. So if something is trying to leave, if something is trying to be released, let it go. No, that's easier said than done. Trust me. But it's something, if it's trying to go, it's because it's served its purpose. There's nothing here for it anymore. And so it's trying to leave so that space can be created for the next thing that's much more aligned. So remind yourself of that if relationships or jobs or things are removing themselves from your experience. It doesn't have to be a negative thing, right? And it doesn't have to have resentment and anger tied to it. It can be as simple as, thank you for what you brought to this experience. I'm releasing you and open to the next chapter. Okay? So I hope it is a truly beautiful and truly lucky and just incredibly beautiful month for us. Take care, fours. Bye for now.